Hello everyone and welcome to Elephant News, where today our crew traveled to Venezuela to uncover the brutal realities many face when considering this as a destination. From soaring crime to severe political instability, Venezuela's beauty is not worth the trip. And here's the elephant's answer.
Welcome back to Elephant News. We are here today at a small school which has been recently shut down due to all the high crime. Even in the smaller areas, including schools, have been shut down. If you're looking to travel to Venezuela, do not travel here. There's a high potential of getting hurt.
Welcome back, everyone, to Elephant News, where we give you the best angles, sights, and views of our daily world. Today, as said before, we are in Venezuela as the crew traveled here today. Now, it is a little chillier today, but just stay tuned to our weather report coming up. But one of the main reasons we are here is to understand the crime crisis. Now, allegedly, the government hasn't done much about it, as we've heard before, but we want to get answers. Now, we haven't seen much crime here today, and which is probably a good thing. But when we do see crime, we will report it to the local police, of course, and that will give us some better answers. Now, it's good, but to not see it yet, but kidnapping is on the all-time rise. I mean, just today, a young girl was kidnapped just down the street from here, and I heard the people that have done it are still on the run. Now, we are here to give you answers. If you're trying to travel to Venezuela, I'm sure you want answers. It is a beautiful country located in the most northern part of South America, but we need answers. You need answers because if you or your family wants to travel here, you want to know, is crime too high? Is the drug trafficking too high? Now, here on Elephant News, we are here to give you those answers. We're going to dive deeper. We have an interview coming up. Stay tuned for that. Our weather report coming up. Now, thank you. Now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Coming up next, we have an interview of a lifetime where Wyatt asks the tough questions and we get the hard-fought answers. All next on Elephant News.
Are you struggling to sleep at night? Do you feel tired, but once you lay down, you seem to feel wide awake? Or maybe you do fall asleep, but quickly wake up? Well, if you fall into any of these categories, we have a solution for you. Secusinex is a once-daily pill that targets sleep deprivation from the source. Secusinex makes the nighttime routine feel like a dream. Do not take if you're pregnant or plan to be. Side effects may be sleepwalking, not waking up, wild dreams, mild brain combustion, temporary happiness, depression, the urge to eat sauerkraut, mood swings, loss of fingernails, may develop or worsen the ability to see. Do not combine with any other prescriptions. Do not operate heavy machinery or drive within the 4 days of your first dose. Don't alert your doctor if you experience any of these things, because let's be real, we haven't had a successful test or a full night's sleep. Live your best life and feel well rested with Secusinex. Call the toll-free number at 1-800-ZQ99 for a complimentary bottle. That is 1-800-ZQ99. Call today and sleep well tonight.
Hello, I'm Wyatt from Elephant News, and as you can see, we are in a lot nicer, wealthier area of Venezuela. Now, this might be a nicer area, but because of the rising political issues in the country, even areas like this can still be dangerous. That's why it's important to take the proper cautionary steps to being safe in a neighborhood like this.
You are watching Elephant News.
Hello, and thank you for being with us today and giving us a moment of your time. We just would like to ask you a few questions about your life in Venezuela, and maybe before we get to that, just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I was born and raised in Venezuela. I went to high school there, graduated there, and my entire family is still back home, my mom, my dad. And I am a junior at Wharton. I'm studying finance and business analytics right now. And lately, we've been starting these initiatives in order to help our country move forward.
Thank you. So the main thing we traveled here for, and the main topic I believe is on everybody's mind, is the safety of the country. What has your experience been like, and will this deter travelers from thinking about a trip to Venezuela?
Yes, for sure. I think that in our dictionary, the word safety was replaced by danger a long time ago. Caracas, which is my native city in capital of the country, it's considered the most dangerous city in the world, and the crime rates in the country reached more than 27,000 in the past year, and this number is just the reported homicides. So it might, I believe it is a lot higher than that actually. In Venezuela, no matter who you are, where you live, you are never safe. And these precarious conditions of safety are reflected in several aspects of daily life. So first of all, there's just life on the streets and what you could normally see in day-to-day life. So everyone knows someone or of someone who has been either robbed or kidnapped or assaulted, which is crazy when you bring it outside of the Venezuelan context. And in fact, one of our fellow Venezuelan Penn students had her grandmother was murdered under the Chavez administration, and such as these, there are several crimes. I have friends from high school who have been kidnapped, and it's just a very, very unfortunate situation.
It is so unfortunate to hear this, but it does shed light and will hopefully help other travelers realize this issue through what you have said today. Thank you so much for your time and the insight on these issues.
Here in Venezuela, it gets really hot. Although currently it's nice, it's around the 80s, it gets really hot. Here during the summer, it probably gets up to around the hundreds, and if you don't bring sunscreen, you might as well not come. But although I know I have a lot of travelers from America, this one's for you. Yeehaw! Now, although one of our news anchors did get kidnapped just earlier today, we still have to talk about the news and how you shouldn't come here in the summer.
We have just managed to go to a higher mountain range part of Venezuela. The temperature drastically changes over here because in the main local, more city-like areas, it's a lot higher than up here. So we did have to bundle up unexpectedly. If we can see over here, we can see overgrown shrubbery and things like that. That is all due to the Venezuelan food crisis. Now, let me explain more. The crisis was a big deal in roughly 2014, and slow was getting better, but when COVID-19 hit, it just drastically changed things. If you take a look over here, we can just see abandoned supplies and just like that wheelbarrow, broken, left. Now, if we want to take the biggest look, it would be if we can turn our heads at this home over here. This home was one of the ones abandoned when in 2023 alone, over 7.3 million families left, just for better or maybe worse in some cases. We can see the ladder over here was just left work and things like that. As people, when you don't have the proper dietary things and food, you can't finish the job. You can see scrap metal on the ground from probably ravaging storms, and we can see the power generator or AC unit over here that is still running, but you could hear the sound when you get close to it. It's on its last life. There's also a rusted power box over there. There's metal on the ground. This place has been clearly abandoned. Now, this goes to show that if you don't have the correct food, dietary things, you can't survive in a country like this. And that's been going on much recently and still going on in government. They've been trying to do certain things, but it doesn't seem as a priority as over 40% of people are still affected by this. And if you just look around and you can still feel the sun shining, now that may be the only hope for certain families, as many are having to flee. I'm Ethan DR with Elephant News, and this is the Venezuelan food crisis that is affecting many and many.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Venezuela where you got to see all these different sights, angles, and just so many amazing things here. But that comes with a price to pay. We recommend you would not travel here at all. The weather gets smoldering hot in the summertime, and things can get quite rough. The crime rates have just utterly run this place down, as we lost one of our own today due to a tragic kidnapping, and we did alert local authorities, but it's all right. And then finally, the government is not in good shape right now. People don't have the right rights for them, and just things aren't going great. Check this one off the list. There are so many other places to travel in the world. Venezuela is not one of them. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you took something from it. Please like and subscribe to Elephant News. And remember, Tuesdays at 7, the Elephant's got you.